Are you looking for an extremely easy to make and healthy breakfast recipe which is millet based? This recipe does not use even a single drop of oil, and we are going to be steaming this particular recipe. And so people who are diabetic and also people who want to lose weight will love this preparation. I am going to be using the coconut shell with a hole in the center to make this breakfast recipe. Namaskarams and welcome back to Manchanmal. We are having a bonus power tip for you for this recipe, so keep watching till the end. So today we are going to be making a traditional Kerala recipe called puttu. Traditionally puttu is made with rice flour using the puttu maker. But today we are going to be making puttu with ragi flour instead of rice flour. It is not just a goldmine for nutrients and fiber, but it is one of the foods with low glycemic index and so is a grain particularly suited for diabetics. And did you know that cultivation of ragi and other millets require far less water compared to rice? Watch out for some amazing information. Since steam is used for cooking the puttu, nowadays people use the pressure cooker and you do get puttu maker which could be fitted on the nozzle of the pressure cooker. Today I am going to be showing you how to make puttu without having to buy any other equipment, using the humble coconut shell. Here it is. Choose that half of the coconut shell which have the 3 eyes, and it's important to choose that eye which is closest to the center here, and we will be drilling a hole here. Now we have chosen this particular eye, so we'll use a screwdriver to drill a hole. It is very easy. We just have to poke this here. That's it. Just turn it around so that we make the hole slightly bigger, wider here. You could use the size of the coconut shell as per the size of the puttu that you want. Larger shells will give you a larger puttu. Smaller shells will give you smaller puttu. The coconut shell in Malayalam and Tamil is called charattai, and so this method of making puttu is called as charatta puttu. Here are some of the amazing ragi nutrition facts. Data suggests that ragi has 3 times more calcium than milk. Its potassium levels are higher than banana and it has a very high fiber content. The high antioxidant levels of ragi are attributed to the high content of phenols and presence of a range of flavonoids. These are maybe the hidden reasons why ragi has been a traditional food of choice for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and a weaning porridge for babies. Traditionally, puttu is made with just 3 ingredients. I am using ragi flour instead of rice flour. So I have used 1 cup of ragi flour, half cup of coconut, salt to taste. You could use any other millet flour or wheat flour also. In addition to these 3 ingredients, I am going to be using grated carrot to make it more nutritious, and for kids, you could also use raw cane sugar or jaggery if they would like sweet puttu. So let's take this 1 cup of ragi flour, add the salt, and now it's very important to mix this flour with warm water. So let's sprinkle warm water, mix this. See that we do not add too much water. We have to add water to such an extent that we should be able to bind the flour. And if you do not like the puttu to be very dry, we can add a little more water. Yeah, this should be more than enough. So we have added water so that the flour binds. That's all. So this is ready to be put into the coconut shell. Now let's put the ingredients for the puttu into the coconut shell. So first we will put coconut here. After the coconut, let's put a layer of the flour. Now let me put a layer of carrot. Again a layer of flour. Now coconut, and finally the last layer of flour. So now we will keep this coconut shell with the filling onto the nozzle of the pressure cooker, in which we have added water for the steam to come. I have filled water into this pressure cooker, and it's always better to use a smaller pressure pan or smaller pressure cooker than a larger one, because unnecessarily we'll be wasting fuel in heating a larger amount of water. Attach this coconut shell to the nozzle. There it is. And we will close this with a lid that has holes. So this steaming will take about 7 to 8 minutes and our puttu is ready. Research suggests that the health benefits of ragi are diverse. It's an ideal food for diabetics. We will examine why very soon. Finger millet incorporated in diet is found to prevent ulcers. It lowers cholesterol, reduces inflammation and has anti-tumor properties. Ragi extracts have been found to inhibit pathogenic bacteria and shows wound healing properties. And that is not all. Ragi is found to lower gallstone risk too. And lastly, for those of you with gluten intolerance, ragi is a gluten-free grain. Steaming is over. I'm switching off the gas. Here our tasty and delicious charataputtu is ready. Here it goes. I'm taking this off. Here goes our charataputtu. Wow, steaming, piping hot and delicious. Ragi puttu. Traditionally, puttu is had with kadala curry, but it is also had with banana or jaggery. A tasty and delicious ragi charataputtu is ready. It looks so heavenly. This recipe has not used even a drop of oil. We have so many traditional recipes like idli, dokla, puttu, which are absolutely oil free. And we generally have a notion that a lot of oil is needed to make our food tasty. Haven't you seen that it's possible without oil to make our food very tasty? The benefits that ragi offers to diabetics stems from the following. Its high dietary fiber lowers blood glucose, particularly after a ragi meal. Besides, it also has a low glycemic index. Check this out. The glycemic index of finger millet dosa was found to be 59, while a rice dosa had a glycemic index of 78. Chapatis made of ragi flour had a glycemic index of around 60. In another study, preparations such as chapati, idli, dosha, etc. made of ragi given to type 2 diabetes patients showed a significant decrease in the after-food blood glucose levels in a month of regular use. This study reports that regular consumption of finger millet products can decrease fasting glucose by 32% and can eliminate insulin resistance by 43%. So millets like ragi should be a preferred grain for diabetics. Do you remember I mentioned about the bonus power tip? Here it is. Believe it or not, an interesting study of the glycemic response of the rice flour puttu was found to be the lowest compared to other traditional Kerala breakfast recipes like idiyappam, appam and tapioca. Couple that with the low glycemic index of ragi itself and you have a healthy double bonus, a synergy in the humble ragi puttu recipe. Delicious combination of using the ragi flour for making puttu is wonderful for all age groups, including children, adults, pregnant ladies, diabetics, for people who are looking at weight loss and people with heart disease. So should you not be including this recipe as part of your regular diet? Leave your comments below.